and press down. Bring that straight back down. And start with like a little mushroom shape so we have an undercut for a pull. Grab our sponge. And straight down slowly in the middle, creating a nice curve.
Welcome back to our Swan Fan broadcast with host Jess behind the wheel and Dick playing Glaze.
Let's go.
Can you get the check?
Can I? Anyone get triggered? Alright, let's get a nice big pull. Slow the wheel down as we get taller. All the way up, compress the rim. Start spreading it out a little bit more. So. Shape up our bowl. Nice. Let's do it one more time. Press the rim. Let's check it out. It's supposed to be 6 inches wide. Ah, it's almost there. I like the interior to be 6 inches. Last shaping of the bowl all the way up. Flare that rim, compress. There it is. We got it. Soften up the inside, give it a little swirl. Nice. Soften up the interior, and you can wire this guy off. There we go. Boom. Tiny said, Jess, how can you tell if your walls are too thick or too thin? Well, it's really just by eyeing it up and checking it out, and lots of practice to know if your walls underneath are the same as the top. You want them to be the same thickness from the top to the bottom. Especially after you trim, you want this whole wall to be the same thickness so it dries evenly. And it's really just about understanding that feeling in between your fingers. How does it feel down here, and how does it feel up here? Going nice and slow on the wheel helps a lot. But it really just comes with practice. A lot of people, when you're practicing, you can throw your piece and then take a wire tool and cut right through it, and then evaluate your walls so that you can make adjustments to your throwing. There we go. Let's see. One more. Like also if you're keeping your, let's say you have your dimension for your width and your height, This ball of clay is 2 pounds. We know it wants to be 3 inches tall and 6 inches wide. So if I can meet those requirements while keeping my walls the same thickness from the top to the bottom, then I've maintained the correct consistency. If it's too thin, you'll end up with a bigger piece. Or a smaller piece, if it's too small. Nice.
Robbie Harrison in the vertical
What's up, Robbie?
said, I've always wanted to try to do it, but I can't. I only have one arm now.
I've seen potters with one arm. You could hand build too. But don't let anything stop you. Right down in. We've done, take a lot of practice, but we've done challenges throwing with one hand. You can do it. Do anything you set your mind to.
Daniel said, when does it go into the oven?
So these guys are gonna dry out until there's no more moisture left inside, probably like a couple days, and then it'll go into our kiln for the first time. Well, it gets fired twice. The first time it gets fired till it's a disc wear, which means it's just porous enough to get glaze adhered to it, dipped in our ceramic glazes, and then it'll get fired again, completely finished with a colored glaze on top.
Well, and say, it's awesome having some relaxing time with you guys. Takes the mind off the awful world news. And all that said, Matthew, 24/6.
What's that one?
You will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not alarmed, for this must take place, but the end is not yet. Limited fun facts. A total lunar eclipse is currently going on right now in Hawaii.
What? That's pretty cool. Shout out to Ryden Roman out there in Hawaii, wherever he is.
Robbie said, let me ask you this to understand it more. Do you make your own clay?
We don't make our own clay. The clay we do purchase from, it's called Kentucky Mudworks. It's a distributor clay creator. The clay that we use is a semi-porcelain. It's a white stoneware. But we do make our own glazes. So the colorants, that's the glass that gets fused on the top of it. All the colors on the inside and the outside. It starts as a liquid form, and we make all of those ourselves as well. Thanks for asking. Let's go a little wider here. There it is.
Walden said, can you even make clay?
You can make your own clay. You obviously have to start with materials that are found in the earth, but there are a lot of potters out there that process their own clay. I hear it's a lot cheaper too when you purchase all the materials and then make your own clay yourself, but it is definitely a longer process.
Well, that's what I thought it was a natural substance.
Yeah, you can buy the powder, like ball clay in a powder form, and then all the additives that you can put into it to make it more like elastic or change the color of it, you can purchase. Or you could go out there and dig up some clay. And even then, a lot of the wild clays, people do put additives into it to make it more workable.
Robbie said, when you push or when you press the mold, how do you know how thick to push before it cracks?
It's really practice. You have to kind of push it to your limits to know when to stop, but when you are, here, I'll explain this next one here. I'll make some mugs. So pretty much this clay is very nice and plasticky, so it's not gonna crack or break on me, but I could pull it too far or push it so it's too thin. So I'm really just using the right force, which you only know once you do it what your force is supposed to be, you know? Pushing it down, pulling it back up. If you push it too far, it'll either get you flat or it'll just rip it right off. Bring it down, hold it until it's nice and center. We want some symmetry. We're going to come into the center here, we're going to open it up. So I'm coming down until there's about 1/4 inch from the bottom, and I'm doing that by feeling where my fingers are right here versus my thumb. My thumb's sitting on the bottom, so I can tell just by experience that this is 1/4 inch right here. But another way that you can do it is if you have a needle tool, let's see what a needle tool is, like this guy. Come straight down, in, hold that gauge, and then you can see, okay, we're at about 1/4 inch or about 1/2 inch. It needs to be thinner or thicker. And then you just compress that back together. And then once you do it 1,000,000 times, you get the hang of it.
So I watched the lunar eclipse nearly 11 hours ago here in Australia.
Oh, wow.
Fascinating how it is witnessed so far away and at different times, and still within the same night.
Wow.
More recently, the vertical said, "Hi, you're very sharp at your craft. I made a vase once when I was younger."
Oh, thank you. Glad you got to play with some clay. That's awesome. You think you'll ever do it again?
Bobby asked, "Has any of your stuff cracked?"
Yeah. I mean, occasionally we have some stuff that cracks or breaks. Another big variable is how slowly you dry your pieces, because you want the moisture to evaporate out of the clay at a reasonable rate. If it evaporates too fast, it'll break. Yeah, every potter's dealt with everything that you can think of, right? Especially if you're doing it long enough. Alright, we're gonna make a tall, curvy mug. It's one of the style that we offer on our website. Let's see, this one's a 16 ounce, so we're gonna start getting nice even walls all the way to the top. And we're gonna find a bevel at the bottom here. Grab all that clay. Feed it through, and bring it up. Nice. We got the basic shape down. Now we're gonna actually form it up. Alright, let's see. Right up underneath. Solidify that bevel. Nice curve, and then back up to the top.
One last thing, how long do you kiln your pottery?
So it goes through 2 firings. The first firing, I feel like each of them lasts about 24 hours. Then give or take a couple hours here or there. So the first kiln, it gets up to 1800 degrees Fahrenheit, and it takes about, I don't know, say 12 hours to heat up and then 12 hours to cool down. Just about the same for the glaze as well. You put it all in the kiln, you set it to go a certain speed. Takes about 12 hours to ramp up, 12 hours to cool down.
Robbie in the vertical said, I want a coffee cup that would hold half a gallon of coffee in the morning.
Jeez, that might be too much coffee, Robbie. We do have pretty big cups. We offer Steins that are great for coffee if you want. It's like 32 ounces is the biggest one. It's on our website, swancityceramics.com.
The 5-6 in the chat.
5'6", what's up?
Glaze did say, I'm thankful in all things and this channel. Beauty comes from within and love is the result. Be kind to one another and thank you all.
Thank you, Richo.
That was William.
That was William? William, thank you.
5-6 said, hi guys. What about cracking with contact to hot liquids? I've seen a reel on Insta about mugs cracking after firing with hot water. Are they very thin or just not dry enough?
Who asked that?
5-6.
5'6". It honestly, like, there's no straight answer to that. It depends on the circumstance. So, like, the concept of thermal shock, like getting too hot too fast and cracking, it could be an issue. It's an issue with the glaze and the clay. So most likely the glaze is not fitting with the clay correctly because both pieces shrink, and if they don't shrink at the same rate, then you get cracking. So even if you're not getting cracking immediately, you could get cracking later from thermal shock. It could be their glaze application. I would say most likely it's probably just a bad fit for that glaze to the clay itself. Or just bad glaze chemical makeup, like if the glaze itself is just a bad glaze, if they made it themselves and it can't withstand the hot temperatures. It's called, if it's like crackling like a lot, it's pretty sure it's called crazing. And a lot of people actually try to do that, you know, they aim for crazing in certain pieces. But
Robbie did say, I live in Gainesville, Florida.
Let's go, Robbie. We're in Lakeland, Florida. Hello, neighbor.
I said, after it's kilned, and if it cracked after the kiln, could you go back and fix it, or do you toss it?
Typically we toss it. It depends on what kind of crack it is, whether you can fix it or not. I mean, if it's cracked after the kiln, it's not structurally sound, and it's not good to sell, so.
User with the jewels.
User, thank you.
Richard did say, I'll second that though, Jess.
Oh my gosh, I'm sorry guys. Sorry, William. Sorry, Rachel.
5-6 said, so you're also chemists.
We are also part-time chemists. Definitely the ceramic world it's a huge learning endeavor. Never stop learning. Oh man, let's see. We gotta make the wide curvy mug now.
Mike said, pottery, especially the glazes and firings, are the earliest form of alchemy.
Alright. Nice flat. We're going a little wider on these. We're making the mug. Oh, I guess I finished my coffee. I was drinking out of it earlier. There we go. Let's compress this collar it all back in. Compress our rim. One nice big pull to the top, compress the rim. Try that one more time. Nice pull up to the top. Press. Nice. From underneath, we're going to grab that bevel and pull it out.
Almost said part-time chemist. Tell us more.
Oh my gosh. Dude, I'm not very good at the chemistry aspect of it. Nick does a lot of the glaze stuff, but I mean, we do make all of the glazes from raw materials. So we have a, like this closet, the other closet is full of just like different rock sediments and minerals that make up our glazes. And we take recipes that, you know, we've found and tweaked or created over many, many years.
It's a closet tour.
Oh my gosh, you're showing it off. Yeah.
This is that good stuff right here.
What is that good stuff? That's that good stuff. The Gersley, show that off. That's rare. Talk about rare. Nobody got Gersley. Yeah, so we weigh everything out. If, I mean, now we have our, you know, we have very solid recipes that we really like, that we use and we layer, we mix to make our glazes. And we're testing new stuff. Speaking of which, I really want to, I've been saying this over and over again, and it's like, we just gotta do it. There's a couple glazes that need to get tested this next kiln. Really want to test them. It's like a new purple that we used to use, that we stopped using, that I want to try to get back. And the lemon that Nick's been working on, gotta refine that. The other thing that we haven't really done too much with is we want to get a lime green too. We've been saying this for like a year because it's like, man, it takes time to test and retest, especially because, I mean, they sell a kiln that's small called a test kiln, right? That you would put a couple pieces in, maybe even a couple mugs, and fire it. It's also called a doll kiln that people would use for like actually creating porcelain dolls, because it's small. But our kiln is huge, and you know, you have to load lots and lots of pieces at one time, so it doesn't always get done. It's not always top priority to be testing. We really got to get back into that.
Probably said you make handles too.
Yes, we do. These guys are all going to get nice big handles on them, but they need to be like halfway dry. So that state, it's called leather hard, where it's no longer malleable just by the touch, but it still has moisture in it so you can adhere two pieces together. So probably tomorrow these will get handles. So this is the wide curvy mug.
Mike said, and I felt so special with my ash glaze.
Oh my goodness, the glaze cabinet. I don't think anybody's ever seen that before. That might be a first time. And that's like, since we got like the new shelves here, we were able to take that additional blue shelf and put it in there. And honestly, like, man, I wish we had like nice buckets and scoops for everything and it wasn't in a bag, but we do what we can.
Paula Alan said, I think that's the biggest mug I've ever seen.
It's crazy, it shrinks so much. Like here, this is the mug, freshly thrown. And we say, 11% is our shrinkage rate, but like the concept of 11% is kind of hard to grasp. This is the same mug, obviously different color, but when it's completely done and shrunk, this is what it looks like. So it doesn't stay this large. It does shrink quite a bit, but it'll fit 16 ounces when it's all said and done. Which is actually kind of funny, but. That's not my own water.
Katkin said Gersley Borat.
Katkin. Yeah.
Dominica says, thank you, friends, for a great evening. I'm so sleeping out. Gotta go see you next time.
Oh, enjoy your evening. Thanks for hanging out with us. Dominica.
Much love to Dominica.
Newest member.
Appreciate the membership on the channel today, like I said.
Yeah.
Cancel anytime. Appreciate the support forever. Really does mean a lot.
Thank you.
We will be back on Thursday.
Yes. Yeah, the Gersley is one of the chemicals that they stopped mining. The mine does not exist anymore, and all that is left is owned by one company, and that's all that exists. So we use it in like 2 of our glazes, but sparingly. The transition has not been very nice to the synthetic version. So
Wow, I didn't know it shrank like that. That's so interesting.
Yeah, this clay shrinks 11%, which is for a cone 6, the temperature that we fire to. I would say that's probably like on the lower end. Our old clay shrunk 14%, and our brown clay shrinks 15%.
Richard said, do you pull all your handles, Jess? Do you ever use an extruder and add leather dry to leather dry or wet clay added to the leather hard handle?
Yeah, so the handles that we make, like when we make the Stein handles, these need to be shaped first. So we do pull those handles, shape them, and let them sit till they're leather hard, and then attach them. For like the mugs, we pull little nibs and let the nibs set up until they're more workable. I would say not leather hard, but pretty close. And then we attach those, pull that off of the mug form, and then put those on. But when it comes to an extruder, I mean, we don't have an extruder. And personally, just like the feel of a hand-pulled handle more. It also just feels like it's faster than having an extruder, and then you have to clean the extruder. But it all depends on what kind of style you want.
Tammy said, guys, I will see you on Thursday. Okay, love you, bye, all my Swan fans.
Oh, love you too, Tammy. See you Thursday. Have an amazing start of your week. My bodyguard from Canada.
Shout out to Ellie for the jewels.
Oh, Ellie, thank you. Shout out to those jewels.
Robbie said, what causes it to shrink?
So right now there's moisture in the clay. So when all the moisture gets evaporated, it shrinks some. I mean, I think it's just a natural process. When the clay gets hot, it shrinks, but I don't have a direct answer for that. I'm gonna ask, do you know? Like, why does it shrink?
There's all that moisture.
It's just the moisture, right? And the various, yeah, that makes total sense. when our clay is completely fired to its top temperature, the porosity has a percentage attached to it. All clay body does. So you think like a red terracotta pot that you get from like Home Depot has a porosity of like 15 to 18%. I was just looking this up the other day. So it's super porous. And the process of firing your clay hotter, I mean, depending on which clay you have, but you're technically ventrifying your clay, so you're solidifying it, taking all that water out. Our clay has a porosity of under 0.5% when it's fired to cone 6. So you'll never get it to 0, but under 0.05 or under 0.5 is pretty much the best you're gonna get.
I can tell I like hand-pulled tubes.
Hey.
Well, then ask, what's the brown clay you use for?
Just for pots as well, it's just brown. We have some pieces for sale, bowls and mugs in the brown stoneware. We could do more, but that's all we've really messed with at the moment. You say we're gonna do brown stoneware and stuff next stream?
Depends how much clay we end up with on Thursday. Possible brown stoneware stream on Thursday. We are down to our last bag of this semi-porcelain clay that we normally work with. We just have to go buy some more.
Right.
But we haven't scheduled a time to do that yet. So depending on how much reclaim we can get ready for Thursday, we might be doing the dark clay.
All right. Nice. Okay. That's better. Spiral at the bottom. And let's wire them off. Don't you dare try to sabotage me, Clay. Pretty decent. All right. Let's make another one.
Robert said, who taught you this?
Well, I started in college and just took some classes. Then I worked as an intern for a while. And then when I met Nick, really refined everything I was doing from being a hobbyist to us being professional potters.
We got red hot bagel in the chat.
Whoa, let's go! What's up, Bagel? Red hot Bagel in the chat with the gold badge.
It's got a gold badge.
Freaking go.
There's moisture and chemically bound water leaving is the first part of shrinkage.
There you go.
After that is mostly the particles melting and mixing together. And when they cool again, they are packed a lot tighter.
Nice.
And good evening, by the way.
Good good to hear from you, man. Hopefully you're doing well.
I also wanted to try glass blowing on.
When I was in college, actually, it was like my first semester in art school, and I was registered for a glass blowing class, and I took one class, didn't do anything in that class, but then my whole schedule changed to accommodate other stuff. Couldn't take the class anymore, and that's when I took my first ceramics class because I was unable to do the glass class.
Well, so that kind of science is above my pay grade.
Who said that one? Telling you, I'm not very good at the science, but
Right about Dave said, first days back in the studio for me now that the temperature here in Germany is bearable again.
oh,
So I couldn't be
nice.
better.
Oh my goodness, that's wonderful. What's the first thing you want to make?
Probably said if I did clay stuff, I would somehow incorporate my parents' picture in the mug. That way I can say I'm having coffee with my dad.
That's really nice. There's lots of ways you can do that. There's people that silk screen print onto pieces. You can get decals made. Just straight up draw it if you're that good of an artist.
We do have a poll in the vertical,
Ooh, poll.
even though we've run out of all poll ideas.
What did you choose?
Do we live in a simulation?
Oh my gosh.
Yes or no?
Wow. That's pretty wild. It's like a loaded question, bro.
Robbie said, what's the biggest one you've made?
We did make a 30-pound pot last year to beat our own personal record. It's on our YouTube channel in a video, so you can see it. But that's the biggest one. 30-pound pot. It's pretty wild. All right, 1/8. Let's do V60 coffee maker. We got 2 V60 coffee makers. Think? Yeah. two. One specifically asked for the base to be at least 5.5 inches wide, so we'll measure it for him. I think that's pretty much what we do anyway, but.
Nitro said must floss after each throw.
That's funny.
Well, let's do a 40-pound pot this year.
I think we're gonna jump up to 50. Maybe once we're in a new space, hopefully. Alright, we're gonna make a V60 coffee pour over.
Robbie said, can you make pots for cooking?
You can. We don't have any in our catalog at the moment, but we want to expand into cookware. The only thing with cookware is you need to know that the pot that you're using, if it's ceramic, you need to heat it up with the oven. You can't put a cold dish in a hot oven. It needs to be warmed up and preheated with your oven.
I threw a bunch of cups for scented candles today.
Ooh.
Trying to find a new shape for my mugs. But I
Mmm.
didn't 100% love anything right away. So they'll become glazed tests and candles.
Nice. Yeah, man. Finding the shape for a mug is definitely, it's almost like a lifelong process, right?
Nitro said, just feeling silly.
I like it.
Someone said, when are you doing 50-pound pot? I want to watch that.
What do you think, Nick?
I'm not sure if this wheel can handle 50 pounds.
I don't know either. It's kind of freaky to be like testing the limits of your wheel, but it's definitely not graded for 50 pounds.
All goes to plan. We'll be in a new studio, a new house, and by this time next month, we'll have more space. We'll get a bigger wheel, a bigger everything. So hopefully that all works out. Won't take place in this room, most likely.
Yeah.
Probably not on that wheel either. So that's a 9-inch wheel head.
Yeah. We have some bats that are bigger than this, you know? When we did the 30-pound pot, we took the splash pan off, I'm pretty sure, and we just went freaking wild. Clay flinging everywhere. Not that it doesn't already happen, but...
Bobby said I was born in Lake Wales Hospital in 1972.
Wow. Florida native. That's awesome. Both of us have lived in other places, but we came down here from Pennsylvania in 21.
Nitro said it would be interesting to see how they made those pots that archaeologists dig up in those old cities.
Yeah, they made them in lots of different ways.
You can make a giant pot.
Without a wheel. Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, we wheel throw, but hand building is a whole realm in its own. You can use slabs and coils and draped forms, all different kinds of stuff, but... Alright, our V60 needs an exact 60-degree angle, so we made this template. So we can go in here.
Red Hot Bagel said, "Oh, cool. Happy you found a new place."
Thank you. We're still waiting on all the things to be official, so we say, hopefully it all works out.
Been a lot of hoops to jump through.
Still more to go.
Okay, so I'm glazing my first stoneware temperature kiln in years at the weekend.
Really?
The time I did it was in France before.
Wow.
It was this. It was with mistily red or dark clay, and I glazed too cautiously thin, so it came out brown. Like I said, yes, you did take the splash pan out. I personally cannot do that. My studio would be earthed all over.
Oh yeah.
I had to clay away a bit because my fiance would get mad AF.
I mean, we have plastic like on the walls, you know, and on the floor, and it still gets everywhere. There's not even, you know, it's insane for sure. All right, one last check and make sure we're round enough. We're good to go.
Robbie said the one you're making is not your hubby's cookie jar.
Oh, no, this is a V60 coffee maker. So you would put a filter, like a little paper filter in here, and then grinds in hot water, and then put this on top of a cup that you have, and you can make a fresh cup of coffee. So it's actually a coffee brewing system, this guy. There's a hole in the bottom.
Jamie said, "Beautiful work, congratulations."
Oh, thank you. Just like this, and then there's a big hole in the middle if you can see it. This guy will get nice and trimmed, and then when it's all finished, you can put this on top of a cup and then brew a cup of coffee right inside. All right, one more of those guys.
Eric Caps on the vertical said, "Assuming work."
Assuming work.
I think it's supposed to be amazing.
Oh, thank you. All right. Katkin, are you going to do some tests before you glaze everything? What's the plan?
Robbie said born in 1972. Katkin said, "I'm from 72 as well." How funny, two people. About to be 27 here too.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I got a lot of birthday twins. That's cool. Yeah, we do have a second stream going on, Robbie. You're in a stream that we record off of a cell phone. And on our YouTube channel, we actually have a way better stream on real cameras with close-up shots and cool elements, real microphones. If you just hit our YouTube channel, you'll see there's 2 live streams going on. Just click on the other one and come over. Is there anybody out there watching on this mobile phone stream? You can get a way better quality stream if you find the other one on our YouTube channel. Go. I like that day that we threw outside. That was last May.
Yeah.
We should do that again. Alright, we're going to split this in half here. We want half this to be on the bottom and half of this to be on the top. We're just recentering half this clay above the rest. Find the center, we're going to come straight down. Go all the way flush to the bottom of the board. Touching the bottom of the board. We got an actual hole in our piece. Push all this clay up into the middle. One nice pull from the outside up. Do it again. Maintain our base here. Compress the rim. A lot of clay here still. Let's grab it. So we're making sure to create our little, what do you call this? Our little dip here from the outside and bringing that up. This way the interior stays nice and straight.
Robin said, have you made lids for cookie jars?
We've made lids for other jars before. Not necessarily anything that was a quote cookie jar, but we can make lids. We can make any type of piece too. Get this flared out a little bit. Compress, and then we can go in with our template. Slowly push to the bottom. Pull out the top until it's a nice round curve. A little bit more. There we go. That's it. A little more compression right here. Get rid of that slurry, create an undercut, and let's wire this guy off. Right up underneath. Slowly rotate the wheel and pull our wire tool straight underneath. Nice.
I believe we have a new viewer community post today.
What?
From Richo.
Richo!
We don't get a notification, I just happen to see it.
Ah.
Richo's always dropping the community post and
Not saying anything about it.
The antique pottery wheel I've restored, and the stein I made, plus a couple attempts at some planters,
Oh, nice.
and most of my pieces are ready to fire.
Wow.
Look at that thing.
That's wild. Oh my gosh.
Hey, nice mug. That's the Sun Seal crest of Richo's family. Some planters. It's got the built-in drainage you can see here.
Dang, I'm gonna lag. I'm waiting.
And here we go. Most of my pieces
Oh,
ready to
nice.
fire.
Built-in drainage looks good. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of pieces.
Well, instead I'm off to sleep now. It's been a really great, being with you tonight. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, Walnut, of course. Thanks for popping in and saying hey. Have an amazing evening.
Huge shout out to Walnut. Appreciate you being here today. Little guy, say bye to Walnut.
Oh.
Why don't you show him the teethers?
Oh my gosh.
Smile for Walnut.
Alright, let's see. What's next?
Captain did
guys?
say not possible to do tests at higher temperature, unfortunately, Jess. Richo did say, just posted community. I can't recall if I shared pics of the old Pottersville.
Yeah, you did. We just checked him out.
Nitro said, I posted something the other day, but it didn't see it show up.
I don't know.
Could be a lot of things. Could be a glitch.
YouTube is glitchy.
Could have been a mistake or something. Definitely go ahead and try again. The
Yeah.
community tab is open for everyone to share.
Yes.
Whatever you guys want to share, you just gotta go to our YouTube channel, hit the visit community button, sort by newest, that way you can see the newest posts. And anything you want to share, art, recipes, any cool pictures, anything.
Pets.
Throw it up on the community, we want to see it.
Yes. Don't move.
Robbie said, when you glaze it, do you dip it or spray it on?
We dip our glazes. There's like a couple that we have to spray. The V60s do not like being layered. We're pretty sure it's because the form of it is like this, and it just wants to like fall down and not fall this way, so they get sprayed. But dipping ideally for everything.
Red Hot Baby said, I enjoyed your method of throwing the V60 drippers. Haven't thrown any yet. Do you trim the center hole to a specific size?
We do, we don't measure it, but it is always the same size. So we use our template here with our V60 base, and then when we go to trim it, we make it a little wider. But they are always the same size, but I don't have a direct measurement for you on that. But if you wanted it, I could get it for you. We can look at a V60 that's finished downstairs and figure that out. It really took kind of, making it too big, making it too small, figuring out, okay, this is exactly what feels right. Alright, I'm actually gonna make one more mug here. The V60, especially with coffee stuff, people are really particular, so you gotta find out what works for you and what you like, how you like to brew it. Because there's lots of different ways, to do the whole thing.
Fred in the vertical.
Fred.
No Patrick Swayze, I'm out.
Whoa, let's go, Fred. Is that going to be the third? Nice, you're number 3 ghost reference of the stream, Fred. Peace out, though, in case you don't want to stay.
Like I said, I imagine it takes a bit of trial and error. I have a plastic Hario. I guess going off that is probably a good reference.
Yeah, if you like the way that the Hario brews, you should definitely go off of that for your opening. Especially if that's, you know, the grind size is huge. So if that's the way that you grind your coffee and you like your coffee, that's what you should do. Personally, I like the Chemex, so I like a larger hole in the base. So that's kind of where our mentality came from.
Robbie said, do you go on every day?
We don't. We're typically Tuesday, Thursday, but we're actually going to, we'll be here Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. And then next week we're going to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard. Are we just going to do 1 week, you think, or?
We'll see how it
Start
works.
there, yeah. We're thinking about switching up the schedule, so next week we're going to do this trial run, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but we will be back Thursday this week.
Also because we do have plans on Thursday next week.
Oh, true.
So that kind of interrupts the schedule. Katkin said, been great hanging out. Gotta go to sleep. Work tomorrow. Peace.
Oh, Catherine, thank you for being here. We'll catch you next time.
Imagine Katkin would die.
And make sure subscribe and hit the bell so you know when we go live, because it does change sometimes. We're here twice a week, but minimum. The day may change. Like we said, next week we're going to do this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, but we will be back on Thursday this week.
Big shout out to Katkin.
Catkin!
Robbie said, if you don't keep your hands wet, what would happen?
The piece would start tugging, and then you wouldn't have a symmetrical piece anymore. You'd get friction. Alright, there it is. Actually, I remember this order. They ordered a set of 4 mugs in swamp juice. So that'll be really fun to see the whole set come together.
Alright, 1 hour, 4 minutes into part 2, the second throw test.
Dang.
1 hour, 4 minutes. What do we get?
What do we get? Oh, I'm not even sure. What did I throw in the second half?
I think we had 19 on the first.
19? Alright, let's count them up. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 29.
Alright, 10 an hour.
10 an hour. That's minimum goal that we want to hit. Alright, so we do have a couple more pieces here. We're literally going till we have no clay left today. Might be able to wedge that up. That is still tacky. So we have somehow less balls than I started with, but we're gonna make a couple hanging planters.
Amelia in the vertical stream
What's up, Amelia?
said, I love the wheel.
Let's go. So do we. Alright guys, this is what we're gonna make. We're gonna make this hanging planter. We're just gonna make the small size. So our plant is doing better. Look at these new leaves that it's happy with. It needs a little pruning, but our hanging planter has two pieces. It's got a top dome and a bottom base plate. This is the 7-inch size, but we're gonna make the 5-inch size together. There's a hole in the center and the twine is connected inside through the base plate. I'll show you exactly how we make it. Dang, these new leaves are actually, I didn't even see them. They're huge and they're happy. Wow. Spring is coming.
Amelia said, I subscribe.
Let's go, Amelia.
Christine said, I think we laid down our own simulation.
I agree, Christina. Alright, let's get all this plant in the middle. And press back down. Nice. Alright. Now find the center here, come straight down. More water, going flush to the bat. Open it up a little bit. Now we're going to create a ledge. Open that up a little bit and compress down. Right here, I'm just going to clear off that clay so you can see the bottom. There we go. Move this clay back up to the throwing position. One nice pull to the middle.
Oh, I forgot to click this for Richo here, but did get a bingo square for that. Do viewer community post.
Let's go. Shout out to Richo. Alright, we're looking for a dome shape. This one's a smaller size, it's going to be 5 inches wide at the belly. It needs to be a bit taller, so collar it in a little bit so we can get a little more height on it. Right up underneath, grab that clay, feeding the clay up through the rest of the piece, pulling our wall up, just like that. A little bit of tugging. There we go. Nice sphere shape.
Elvis said, well, what time is it there?
Elvis. Time clock's right here.
I'm sure
If
they
you
see
can't
on
see
the
it, you're on the wrong stream. So it's 5:53 p.m. Alright, I'm also full of sludge in my bucket, so let's dump it out. Let's get some new water. This looks pretty good. mess it up. Alright. Wire it off so it can separate as it dries.
Now listen, wow, it's 0056 here in Zambia, Africa.
Oh dang. It's late. Or early.
Robbie said this is relaxing.
Nice. Thanks, Robbie. Alright, I'm gonna put all this clay water into a bucket. We're gonna get some more water. Alright, I have a clean bucket that we take to the sink to fill up. Way to go, Jess. Alright. Clean our shandy off. This creates our non-slip surface.
When we counted, we ended up with what, 29?
Yeah.
And so that was 30.
Yes.
How many bowls are left over there?
2, 7, and then some whisk holders. Enough for 40. Make a base plate. There we go.
Claire in the vertical said I have made a face for my mom with her pottery set.
Oh, nice. Was it fun? Did you like doing it?
Oh, a vase.
Oh, a vase? Oh, nice. Alright. This is the attached base plate. Just gets a little interior wall where that twine gets fed through. And then a nice big bowl to catch the water.
She said, yes, I love it.
Let's go. Alright, 5 inches here. Nice. That's it. We'll just clean off our bat a little bit. And wire it off. Straight through. Very nice. Alright, let's make a couple more of these. Got 1.5 pounds going down for the topper.
The purple.
Blue.
Double tap your screen to see a magic trick. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on the bell to be notified anytime the swans go live.
Let's go.
Store swansecrets.com.
Hey.
Like I said, it takes 1 day for mine to dry, and it is so annoying.
Man, yeah. Ours take more than that, for sure. You want it to dry slowly so it doesn't crack. Definitely instills patience, huh? Alright, got our hole in the center. Collar our clay back in. Pull our wall up towards the middle. Get a little more height here. Clean up an interior area as well.
We've crossed the 5-hour mark into the stream.
Nice.
Nightbot absolutely spamming.
Oh my gosh. What the heck? He was doing so good. Wasn't he?
I said, yeah, I have made one of them before. So you can put the something in the cup. Oh, put something in the cup and food in the bowl.
Hmm.
Nice.
Alright, let's make a base plate for him.
He said, hey you, yes you. You can stop scrolling, you found the best YouTube family out there.
Woo!
If you want to come over and join the VIP stream, follow these instructions. You gotta click on Swan City's name up at the top of the page, not the picture. When you land on the Swan page, navigate to the live tab. Amongst the choices in the about middle section. What you should see is home, videos, live playlists, etc. When you click live, you'll see 2 ongoing streams.
Woo!
One will be the logo default, and the other will be Nick and Jess, and look like a horizontal stream. It will have 2 perspectives of your picture in picture. Come in and join us there. It has 2 cameras, and one is up close, and there our background too, so we can see you there.
Let's go! Thank you, Lee.
The goal is 40 pieces, more than 40 pieces.
Yes.
I think we're about 1 hour away.
Let's see how fast we can get there. Right. Nice base plate. Perfect. Let's wire it off. Boom. Alright. I think we've got clay for one more topper, one more base plate, and I think 2 extra base plates. That's what we're gonna throw. Alright, back on. Topper coming in. So another bag down. There we go. Press up. Back down. Oof. Play's a little tougher. It's our new clay, fresh out of the bag. Feels good. Straight down. Open it up a little bit. There we go. Push our wall up. That water out of there so we can see the bottom of our pot. Come right in here. Get rid of that extra little bit. Nice compression. And a nice pull up. No! You know what time it is. Just about quitting time. Once I start making these mistakes, that's okay, we can fix it. You guys ready? Slowly push it back down. Collar it in. Use our thumb to control the rim. Bring it back down and back up. It's fixed. Nice pull up to the top, compress. Do that again. Find the clay at the bottom. Come up, belly it out, all the way around, compression. Now let's really shape it into a dome.
Bagel said, nice recovery. Stepped away for a second. What happened?
Nothing. Nothing at all.
Rian said natural clay.
This is our white bear. It's from Kentucky Mudworks. Got 3 base plates that we're gonna make quick, and then I think some matcha ice holders, and then that's gonna be it, guys. running down to like the worst bats here too.
366 votes on the poll.
Dang.
Do we live in a simulation? Yes or no? What do you think the results are?
75% say yes.
You want that?
Yeah.
After 368 now votes, do we live in a simulation? 53%
Wow.
said yes.
Not more people would be skeptical.
47 out of 368 people are saying no.
Dang. Like more than I thought would say no. The Matrix is real. There we go. Nice. Alright, before I'm off.
Rita Waldo.
Who?
Rita Waldo Ramos de Oliveira. Querida boa noite. Parabéns pelo seu trabalho. Muito boa no que faz. Portuguese says, good evening, congratulations on your work. You're very good at what you do.
Oh wow, thank you.
That's Portuguese.
Portuguese, obrigado. Obrigado. Okay, 2 more of the base plates.
Corey said, I pick no because it's not a proven fact.
Proven fact. Explain. Oh no. Oh no.
Hmm?
Oh no. There we go. Okay. Get a nice plate shape going. Something like this. Find the center, open it up a little bit, compress a little more, and then push back a little bit of this clay for an interior wall. Little tiny guy. Pull out the rest of this clay and up into a nice bowl. Color that in a little bit. Solidify an angle. Create a nice base plate shape. Nice. It's the right size. And that means we can wire them up. Straight underneath. Make one more of those.
Naomi said, I love pottery. I take a class in college, totally miss doing it, but I sure will when I can.
Oh, that's awesome, Naomi. Yeah, after college I got addicted for sure.
Mike said I do some self-care and painting my nails again since a long time ago.
Nice.
And playing Uno with my fiance while watching. My day is now at 9.
Oh,
So relaxing to hear you at the wheel while enjoying life.
that's amazing. Enjoy the card game with Tobias. Self-care is always good. Gotta take care of yourself too, so you can take care of others. Spread the happiness. What's the day? The national day?
We want you to be happy today.
We want you to be happy day.
I'd say hold that collect forward for the end.
Oh my gosh. That's funny. Uno tips.
We got Amin.
Hmm?
We got Amin in the horizontal string.
Amin? Amin! Let's go. What's up? Alright, this piece is going to be our last pretty large piece, and then I think we're going to make some little matcha whisk holders. Nice. Alright, I'm just gonna make whatever we have here. I think there's 6, 7. 7's good. As long as they don't feel rock hard. Let's see. A soft cover. Bat down. Now these guys are a little accessory that we offer with our spouted bowl. If somebody wants to use it for matcha, they can add a little matcha bamboo whisk holder onto it. We have a little rib that we made out of an old card that we're going to use for the profile here. So let's get this little ball of clay centered. This is just 6 ounces of clay. Pulling it up and press back down. Little tiny guy. Let's open it up. Guys, might be over. Screaming.
Amin said, nice work. Greetings from Algeria.
Oh, let's go. Greetings from Florida to you in Algeria. Press that in. Alright, we got it back. Second save of the day. This is like partial reclaim, partial new clay. Can you see that difference in the clay color? That's wild. Alright. Just going to use this as a profile, push our clay into the rib. Slowly, bring it up. Nice. It looks like swirlware, that's crazy. But it'll all fire the same color. Alright, the trick getting these off of the bats is nice dry piece and dry hands. Let's find a towel here. Here we go. Dry our fingers off. Slice through. It's much easier to move that way. Alright, let's make another one. Nice and centered. Feels good. Come right in the middle here. Straight down. Open it up. Compress. And then we're going to collar it back in. Compress the rim. One nice pull, hopefully it feels good up to the top.
So I thought you had a lump at the top after that ice save. So you pointed out it's a clay mix. It was nice with this.
It does look cool. It's just reclaim and fresh clay. It all fire the same, but pretty cute. We're gonna do some swirlware soon, maybe next week.
You said that chicken broth is slowly diminishing in taste tests again.
That sounds good.
We did make some chicken broth over the weekend.
Get out of there. What are you doing in there? You think that'll go into our pea soup?
I don't know, we'll see. I don't want to just drink it.
Half put in soup. It's definitely really good just to drink.
Marie said if consciousness can be simulated, technology advanced enough to create billions of simulated worlds, the likelihood of us being on base reality is extremely low.
I could agree with that. I see what you're saying. Come up, come down. Let's open this up. And collar it in. Press the rim. Tiny pull up. Another collar. Another pull. Nice. Open this up a little bit. Just run it over our rib tool. Let's do that again. Tiny pull. Get it nice and straight. Get rid of the slurry that's along the wall so we can pick it up. And dry hands. Find the middle, straight down, open it up. Nice compression.
Richard said, I once worked in a filling machine at a factory that packaged liquid stocks for Campbell soups.
What?
UHT packaging.
Wow.
1 liter packs, he says, OMG, the smell. They were boiling the varying stocks in 50,000 liter vats.
Wow. Were you hungry all day?
He said, I certainly preferred it when we were packaging flavored milks. That Leah in the vertical stream with the little guy emojis.
Leah!
Said he's so cute.
Seriously. Little guy's the cutest, and you can only see him in the horizontal stream.
He's downstairs watching the stream
Oh
on
my gosh.
the TV.
Is he really? That's funny.
She said, I never left, was just doing some chores.
Aww. Lee. Shout out to Lee. She did text us some images of potential like emotes for game time at Swan Fam. We'll check them out, see what's up.
Jess in the vertical said, so relaxing.
Let's go. Fellow Jess here. Jess team. Alright, 3 more of these little guys. And then we'll get a full count of everything we did today. Cone up and press down. Find the middle, open it up. all this clay, collar it back in, compress the rim, tiny pull up the top. Take our rib, create our profile.
She said the moderation sensation is always moderate.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, we got 440 votes on the poll.
Oh yeah?
50-50.
Dang. That's crazy. It'd be cool to get it to 500 and see what the, I don't know if it'll get to 5, but.
Rugby in the vertical.
Rugby.
But this is better than listening to a relaxation recording.
Yes. We have hundreds of episodes that you can listen to as you fall asleep. Lots of videos, lots of shorts if that's your thing.
Leah said, is any of this even real?
Who knows?
And Ashley's in the vertical.
Ashley. Put your votes in. Quick, guys.
She said, hi, came to vote.
Let's go.
Tiny says, dang, medicine got the best of me. Fell asleep.
That's okay. Your body needed it. You made it just in time.
Rocky said, like and subscribe. I will now be stress-free forever.
Oh, let's go, Rugby. We'll be back on Thursday as well, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. But like I said, we got hundreds and hundreds of streams for all your relaxation needs. How do I felt it?
No, we're not always relaxing.
That's true. A few, especially the older ones. Got a kick to them. Little fiery.
Got Ashley over here. The blue heart emoji, white heart emoji, red heart emoji.
Red, white, and blue. Let's go, Ashley.
Sausage and gravy with some English muffins.
Yum. Nice. Alright. Get this one wired off.
We got Tiny with it too.
Tiny.
How many more we got?
One more.
Final piece of the day, everybody.
How are we feeling, guys? How are we feeling? I think I said 9 at the beginning of the stream. I'm still at 9. How do you feel? Numbers, 1 out of 10.
You asking me?
Yeah.
What was that heck of a stream? 5.5 hours. Richard just said, "Shut up, Richard."
What?
I'm not sure. Neil said tired.
Tired.
I'll be at a 9 or a 10 again as we get cleaned up, then get some food on the stove.
Yeah.
Definitely a bit hungry.
Yes.
Adam said, "I love breakfast for dinner."
Whoa.
He said, "Or Linner."
Leonard.
And this time, LOL, it's 3:34. That's a lunch
That's
dinner.
a lunch dinner. That's funny.
Ashley said 10, just drink water after all the salt.
Oh, delicious.
And Real Hot Baker said, tired is just about right. 8 out of 10.
Yes. That's what I was going to say to Gail. Hopefully it's a good tired. I know she's been working hard, getting her whole house in order. Dang, look at this one.
Rugby said, how big is your kiln? How many pieces, like these pieces, could you fit in?
Oh, these pieces? 10,000? Like, I don't know how many pieces. Our kiln is 28 inches by 28 inches. We did just put a short out 2 shorts ago of us loading the bisque kiln where all the pieces can touch, and it fit 100 pieces. So you can check that out if you're interested, but then you can see how big the kiln is. Just like 2 shorts back.
Leah's trying to get Rugby over here.
Rugby. We definitely have a better stream going on. If you want to check it out, come on over. It's where the Swan VIPs are.
Tiny said, I truly love y'all so very much. Hope everyone has an amazing week. I hope Jess and Nick get some good rest and something good to eat.
Oh, you too, Tiny. Hope you're feeling better and everything's going in a good direction for you.
Just keep the momentum going.
Yeah, for
One day at
real.
a time. As poor Richard says, little strokes fell great oaks. Everyone should listen to The Way to Wealth by Benjamin Franklin. That's your homework for the stream.
Alright, you should post the thing on in the community.
Alright, we'll do that after the stream.
That's really
Hey,
good,
the first
guys.
time, the poll is flipped.
What? No way.
The poll is officially flipped. Do we live in a simulation? 51% says no.
Wow. Dang, that's why you gotta get those large data. What do you call them? What do you call that? Data sources? That's not what you call it.
I have no idea what you're trying to say.
Like the number of people. It's like called something when you're like doing the hypothesis and like.
That was the last piece?
That was it.
How
Yeah.
many pieces we get here total?
All right. Help me count. 3 small planters.
3,
4 medium planters.
7,
1 large planter.
8,
1 stein.
9,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mugs.
16,
All right. 1 spoon rest.
17,
4 bowls.
20, well,
6 pieces for a butterbell.
27,
2 V60s.
29,
1 stein.
30,
1, 2, 3 toppers for hanging planters.
33,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bases.
38,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Matcha with quarters.
45.
We did it, guys. Over 40 pieces.
Not quite 50, but. We got Business Cat in the chat.
Oh, what's up, Business Cat?
All right, 45 pieces, 5 hours, 40-minute stream. Not too bad. Heads up to everyone, next week we will be streaming Monday, Wednesday, Friday instead of the Tuesday, Thursday usual schedule.
But we will be here Thursday this week.
We will be here Thursday. We have plans next Thursday, so instead of cutting the stream short, especially if there's going to be a power hour. We did hit bingo today.
Woo! So we gotta see what happens Thursday.
Anything else we can get here? I'm going to give this, actually. Alright, here we go. We did get bingo. It was a song request from Tiny, triple challenge courtesy of you guys. Little guy showed up, did his job, good job. 3 ghost references of the stream today. And
Yes.
Smash Pot, how many were smashed?
Only one pot was smashed. I guess we made a smash, so 2.
It was
We
one,
did a-
it was one ball of clay though.
Oh, okay. Well then, 1.
Red Hot Bagel said, can't be a simulation. Current developments are just too ridiculous, lol.
That's it.
Have a great night heading out now. See ya. Shout out to Red Hot Bagel. The gold
Thanks,
badge,
Bagel.
all the way out there in Deutschland.
Thanks for your support. Thanks for saying hey today.
Glad
It's good to hear from you.
Good to hear you're back in the studio after the weather and everything.
If you want to share your stuff, we have a community tab on our Facebook homepage.
On our Facebook homepage.
That's how tired I am, guys. I'm so
If
sorry.
you go to our YouTube, go to our YouTube channel. The visit community tab
Jeez.
is open. Y'all can share whatever you want there. Richo shared his very old looking kiln, antique pottery
That's
wheel
wild.
stored. Stein made. And other stuff. We got lots of cool stuff on the community.
Yes.
Feel free to share whatever you want on there, guys. I'm going to drop a link in the community to an audiobook recording.
Mm-hmm.
Benjamin Franklin, The Way to Wealth. Some inspiring
Words. for
words
sure.
that we, Jess and I, listen to very often.
Multiple times a week. And it's short. It's like 20. It's under 25 minutes. Just a little over 20 minutes. And
Written by Ben Franklin.
written by Ben Franklin.
Lots of useful information.
Dude, it's really good, guys.
So I'm going to drop that in the community just here in a bit. And Mike said, bye guys, see you next time. Have fun out there. Stay safe, healthy, and happy.
You too, Mike and Tobias.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Have fun.
Don't stay up too late, guys. Gail said, great stream. Ashley said, bye everyone.
Thanks, Gail. Bye.
Richo said, love to the family and all you know.
Oh.
Also, well done again, you beautiful couple.
Oh. Thank
Shout out to you guys.
friends.
We got some work to do still. We gotta clean. We gotta cook. I'm hungry.
Oh, yeah.
So hopefully everyone had a good day and stay productive out there. Much love to all the people who came through. Shout out to Dominica, our the newest member.
Yes. Thank you, Dominica.
And
That's
everyone
amazing.
else who shows us love and support by just liking the stream,
Chatting with us, being
chatting
here.
with us during the day. Does help at the end of the day. Keeps the business going.
You know
So-
it. Keeps us going.
Much love to every single one of you guys. Stay safe, healthy, and happy, as Mike would say.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we want you to be happy day. That's what we're celebrating
Yeah.
on March 3rd. So have a happy rest of your Tuesday. Have a great
Oh my
Wednesday.
gosh.
Shout out to Leah as well, the moderation sensation, holding it down over there. Said send in love, y'all.
Oh.
And yes, we will catch you on the next one. Appreciate
Alright,
you guys. All right, good night, everybody.
Bye, guys.
And everyone watching this stream, stop.
Oh my gosh, guys.
Stop flicking through the shorts. Take a break. Go watch every single one of our YouTube videos. Drop a comment, and we will comment back on you. And we'll be live on Thursday. By the way, you're watching the wrong stream the whole time because you're just flicking through shorts. We had 2 streams going on. Oh, let's look at the poll thing.
Wow.
Final results. 482 votes.
Yes.
Do we live in a simulation? 51% said no.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Shout out to Stephanie. Said, wait.
What's up, Stephanie?
I just got here.
Oh, Stephanie.
That's okay, Stephanie. We streamed for over 5 hours today, so drop us a like. We'll be back on Thursday.
1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will be back Thursday. Catch us then. Subscribe. Ring the bell. We'll see you then. Come say hi.
All right.